Doogie Howser went to D.C. It's true. Mark Zuckerberg went to the Capitol, where he met creatures old enough to ride woolly mammoths on the frozen tundra of Siberia. This wasn't a hearing, it was a hard of hearing. It was tough watching Zuck explain how the internet works to people who mistake iPads for cutting boards. But how they pronounce chocolate.
I love a certain kind of chocolate. Chocolate. Chocolate.
I like chocolate.
He does! I'm scared of him. This strange meeting between two different worlds kind of reminds me of a movie.
He came from somewhere far away. Our planet had never seen anything like him. Seeking friendship, he spoke a language that befuddled our greatest leaders.
I would differentiate between ISPs, so there might be areas where there needs to be more regulation in one and less in the other.
And it confused them, forcing them to ask ridiculous questions.
Who's going to protect us from Facebook?
Is Twitter the same as what you do?
Can you define hate speech?
Is Facebook a financial institution?
What was Face Smash, and is it still up and running?
He answered them in a language only he and his fellow aliens understood.
I will have my team follow up with you, have my team follow up, my team.
This spring, witness the incredible story of a being from another galaxy, being probed and tortured by human stupidity. Nude man on a unicorn juggling flamethrowers while filing his taxes presents Mark Zuckerberg, Lindsey Graham, and Carl Weathers as Dylan.
Dylan, son of a bitch.
MZ, the Mark Zuckerberg.
Well done. All right. I felt bad for the guy because no one got him. But it's not really about age. It's about knowledge, which this crowd lacked. If that hearing was not an argument against regulation and for term limits in small government, I don't know what is. And if Zuckerberg is 10% the genius that we think he is, he better have left that meeting a full-on libertarian. Yep. Anyway, Zuck did okay. He wore a suit, finally. I'm so proud of him. And I think it's his first.
Is your nephew graduating from high school? Younger sister having her first communion? Or maybe you're going to Nana's funeral? Then you need the Zuck. The Zuck. It's the first suit for guys who've never worn a suit before. Designed specifically to make you look like a big boy on your big day. Like that first day at work.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, nice suit. Oh, thanks. It's the Zuck.
The Zuck! Or that all-important first fancy date.
It's a chilly night out. You want my jacket?
Nah, I'm good.
But it's the Zuck.
The Zuck! Or even your first court appearance.
I think you need to plead guilty.
But it wasn't even my weed.
Guys wearing that go to jail.
Even in the Zuck?
The Zuck! And the Zuck looks great at widely covered congressional testimonies. Order now and we'll throw in a free booster seat. The Zuck. Your mom will hate the way you look. We guarantee it. The Zuck!
Jamie, were you like me? Did you feel bad for Zuckerberg being questioned for 10 hours?
I loved every minute of this.
Yes.
So he spent 10 hours listening to opinions he didn't want to hear, being asked questions he didn't want to hear posed. Hey, that's what it's like to go on Facebook.
Yes.
That's what happens every time I go on, so I'm glad he got to experience it.
Should there be any content regulations?
I think there should be, at some point, they'll have to do that. If I could pick one, I would like there to be, every time I go on Facebook, afterwards, I feel bad about myself. For some reason, I read, like, everyone's doing all these things. I think you should have to put some negative things on Facebook. Whenever people post, like, oh, I did this, you never see someone post something like, I just gained 20 pounds.
Yes.
I ate a pie every day for the last 30 days. I'm depressed. And then it's a picture of them holding up a small pair of pants they used to fit into.
I will say, though, Kat, you do that. You go on social networks, and you're not always happy.
I like to keep it honest.
You do. You do. How fast did that suit that he wore end up in a pile in a laundry basket, never to be touched again?
Immediately.
Yes.
He did not do very well. I've seen pieces of toast with more charisma, and they didn't even have butter on them. I got the vibe like he seemed like he was a teenager being forced to volunteer in a nursing home. That was kind of the vibe.
That is true.
That's really what I thought. But I just love how they have such a little idea of what Facebook really is, but they do know that they want to regulate it.
Exactly.
If that isn't the government in a nutshell, then I don't know what is.
Yeah, we can't explain it. Though I can order chocolate. I can order chocolate, and then there's an ad for the chocolate. So how does this machine know that I like the chocolate? The chocolate. Yeah, thank you. Iris, what do you make of it?
I have a question for you, Greg.
Yes, yes.
I couldn't help but notice your little commercial there. Where'd you guys get those suits? Because those look a lot like my jackets.
I didn't steal them from Brian Kilmeade.
No. So I got a Facebook post for the guy who was wearing my suits.
Yeah.
Got ass kicked today for wearing big suit. You know, the whole thing, Cruz was my favorite part.
Yes.
Because he wanted to ask a question, and he kept trying to go. All he wanted to know is if any of his photos were out there. He wanted to know. He wanted to know if he had seen any of his stuff. He was like, "So, is there stuff about Republicans out there? Is there any photos of guys from Texas who might be a Republican who ran for president and lost miserably? No, nothing." Like, he literally was just, all he wanted to make sure is none of his stuff was out there. That's it. So you know everyone's data that's out there.
Really? Well, you know, at a certain point, everybody's stuff is going to be out there. We have to assume privacy. I believe Jedediah is dead.
Along with chivalry. And
everything is dead.
Civility and all the other good stuff.
Yeah, the only things that are alive are really scary. Do you think that social media training should be like given to everybody in the Senate and Congress?
Well, I watched this and I can't believe we elected these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, when you, like, we're doing a basic television show now. If I got a list of topics and I looked at one of them and I had no idea, I would read the link. They're not embarrassed at all to go sit there. I mean, we elect them. This is their job.
Yes.
They're supposed to do the research. They're supposed to ask, insightful questions. They have no shame. It's unbelievable.
I will say this. Orrin Hatch was the only person who knew what was going on when he asked, like, he basically said, okay, so it's free, how do they make money? And then Zuckerberg goes advertising, and he was basically saying to the people there, you're a bunch of idiots.
Which they didn't get.
They didn't get it. They thought he was being stupid, but then he said, like, that's how they make money, advertising. And then you have Charles Grassley, who's, like, reading word for word something like an assistant gave him from Wikipedia. So you're telling me Facebook isn't actually a book of human faces? Speaking of a book of human faces.
Oh, nice. Nice transition.
That's what you call a natural segue. This book is coming out soon. You can order it at Amazon. It's all of my monologues from the 5. Not all of them, because the book would be really big. The best. This is like 250 monologues, and I add new stuff in it. I write about, like, stuff I got wrong, which is rare, and add to the stuff that I got right, which is great. It's been endorsed by this little guy. Hey, Greg. Hey, Greg. Great job, Greg. All right. Gutfeld monologue.